Golf Central on YouTube, brought to you by the Chrome Soft Golf Ball from Callaway.
Hello, I'm Anna Jackson, and this is your Golf Central update. Well, the stage is set for a big weekend at the Butterfield Bermuda Championship. Ben Crane is your 36-hole leader, and the 46-year-old caught up with our Amy Rogers.
Ben, an opening round 66 followed by a 62, 5 birdies and an eagle, and a 7-hole stretch. What was the key to the low round today?
Well, I made some key long putts to, kind of get my round going early when I wasn't striking it great, and then really turn the ball striking around. Just kind of remember what my coach kept telling me, and it put it together on the second 9, which was the front 9, and started making some birdies. And then, I felt like, man, I'm having the best day I've had on the golf course in a long time. And then I hole a shot from 115 yards on 6, and it was just like, one of those days that 1 in 100 where things just come together on the course, And I always tell my 14-year-old son who's learning how to play golf, golf's hard. And I'm telling you, it's the most frustrating game in the world. But every once in a while, you get a day like this where it comes together. So it was one of those special days. And playing with 2 of my closest friends, Chesson Hadley and Aaron Badley, it was really, really fun out there.
You mentioned continuing to think about what your coach had told you today. What was that?
Yeah, so my coach, Joe Mayo, has been telling me that, I've been side bending and raising the handle and, mishitting a little bit. And so he's been having me stay a little more centered and get the rotation going a little earlier. So when I fall back, bad things happen. I generally run it into the heel and kind of hit weak shots. And so I was like, I don't even care where this ball goes. I'm going to stay centered, and keep rotating through this shot. And all of a sudden I hit a couple really good ones, and I started to get a little confidence. It's amazing how 1 or 2 shots can build so much confidence. And then on my second 9 there, just started hitting some really quality shots and making the putts. So it all turned around, and a round that was feeling like it could go the wrong way.
You got on the good side of the draw today, given the current weather conditions that we're seeing now. Do you think a round like you had today would have been possible if you were facing some of this afternoon?
There's no chance. Last year I remember I was on the wrong side of the wave, and I think it was like 3 or 4 shots difference in one round. And this could be one of those days. The wind's supposed to pick up. It's supposed to rain. So, yeah, we definitely got the good end of the draw. I'm guessing it's going to be a 3-shot swing. You just don't know. But this golf course, it seems like you play 4 different rounds of golf, 4 different golf courses, because the wind changes everything so much here in Bermuda. But it's one of the prettiest places on the planet. But every once in a while you get a day like this.
Well, thanks for hanging with me out here in the wind. Get inside, get dry. Thanks for the time.
All right, appreciate it.
So Ben Crane's 62 included a hole-out eagle on the par 4 6th, as well as 9 birdies. And I have to say, what makes the round even more impressive is that Crane only hit 5 fairways on the day. So still a long way to go in Bermuda. There are 5 players who sit just 1 shot back and 14 players within 3 shots of the lead. And with 500 FedEx Cup points on the line, a lot to play for this week, and some of those players in contention spoke to the media.
What are you doing particularly well? What part of your game is excelling?
Just trying not to make, many mistakes. I feel like I've had 1 bogey for 2 rounds, and I hit 2 really good shots on hole 1 and kind of bladed my chip into the grain. I mean, it's pretty grainy in some parts around the course, so I didn't necessarily hit a terrible chip, but it wasn't great, and then lipped out the putt. But other than that, I've had a clean scorecard. So my caddy David and I are just really trying to make good decisions into the greens and give ourselves a lot of looks and opportunities and just eliminate bogeys, and we've done a good job with that the first couple of days.
Apparently the trip here has gone rougher than the golf here. Can you talk about what happened on your trip here?
Yeah, we packed our car at 5 a.m. or so and went inside to say bye to our dog Bunker and walked right past the clubs that were packed in the garage, and then showed up at the airport and opened the trunk, and they weren't there. So it was my wife and I looked at each other and like, well, I guess we got to go back. And then we were looking for flights, which was a nightmare. Obviously, it's tough to get here, not many flights in and out, but found a JetBlue flight that got me here on Wednesday, and then one opened up, a direct flight from Boston on Tuesday, so we ended up booking that one. Lucky.
Have you ever done that before, where you've walked by the clubs?
No, nobody's ever done that before. I mean, it was bad, but I mean, I guess maybe it happens to everybody. I don't think so, but it happened to me.
Game's been feeling pretty good, so it was fun to play well these first 2 days, and no reason to keep it going next couple.
Always nice. It appears you got probably the better end of the draw. Always nice to get that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for sure. It looks like some rain's coming in, and yeah, I mean, because there's some weeks you're on the wrong side, some weeks you're on the right side. So sometimes it's nice to be on the right side.
Talk about where you are in your career at your age and your status and what's going good for you right now in your game.
I feel like I started working with Mike Adams about a year ago, probably last October. I think we started together, and he's just really simplified my swing. For the majority of my career, that's been the battle. And actually this summer, I hit the ball consistently, probably the most consistent I've ever done in my career, and just couldn't make enough putts. And so I feel like everything, I've got the putting figured out again now, and just sort of feel like everything's sort of turning the corner. Feel like my confidence is back. It's just a matter of just getting some starts and being able to go out and play. So it's been great. Mike's really been a huge help.
Then how'd you characterize the round today?
More difficult than yesterday, but I mean, I'm very pleased with where we finished up. I mean, 4 under today in these conditions, I'm happy with. And we know we left some out there with a couple 3 putts, regardless of conditions. Like to keep those off the card, but happy to be playing where we're at going into the weekend. Still a lot of golf left.
It was tougher than yesterday, but you got to a pretty good start there on your front 9, the back 9.
Yeah.
Why was it just made more difficult? Kind of that middle of that round, kind of the early in the back 9, kind of got a little tricky.
Yeah, I mean, shots get tricky. I mean, I think mostly, I was very, very confident with the putter early. I think that's something that kind of frees me up out here when these conditions are like this. You cannot think technical thoughts at all. Wind's blowing your putter around. You just got to figure out how to find the center of the face, start it on line, and hopefully you got the right speed. Speed's one thing I kind of struggle with today just because the greens, with how much rain we got, grains changing. I mean, greens are getting soft and slower, so, you can hit as hard as you want, and it's probably not going past the hole.
Ben, nice playing today. How would you kind of assess the round?
Yeah, it was great. Made a lot of putts out there. Actually made a kind of a little putter switch going into the week. I was using a mallet back in Vegas. I put my Newport Scotty Cameron in timeout for a little bit, and she woke back up these first 2 rounds, made a lot of long putts, and that was kind of the key to the round.
Is this something just seeing something different than to go back to another putter that maybe just kind of get your feels back?
Exactly, yeah. No, I mean, I think it just needed a little bit of rest, and now it's woken back up. But no, stroke feels good. Just got to give myself a lot of chances this weekend, and I know I can hang up there at the top.
A couple different weather changes out there for you today. You had the good weather kind of early. Then there was a little bit of a period where it started to get a little windier and rain a little bit. And then it came back. Then it stopped raining again. What were you prepared for when you came out today, as far as like weather goes?
Yeah, you kind of have a little bit of an uncertainty going into the round out here in Bermuda. It can be good conditions for one hole, and the very next hole, all of a sudden, it's raining and blowing sideways. So you just got to stay patient for the holes that you can attack on, and then get through some of the tough holes with the crosswinds and into the winds. I felt like I kind of stalled on 10 and 11. I was kind of grinding a little bit, and then all of a sudden I hold out on 12 from the fairway for eagle in the wind, and so that kind of jump-started me, birdied the next hole, and then kind of came in even from there. But it's definitely difficult out there, and you don't know what you're going to get, but you just got to be ready for what comes.
So we are set for a big weekend in Bermuda. Lots to play for in this 4th edition of the Butterfield Bermuda Championship. Join us on Golf Channel at 1 p.m. Eastern on Saturday for Golf Central pregame, followed by live 3rd round coverage. But for now, it's goodbye, and that was your Golf Central update.